There was another trade that happened that would usually get just as much conversation in a normal year, but that one is the San Antonio Spurs acquiring. Let me pull this.
I
up
got it
here.
if you do not. Okay.
De'Aaron Fox. The Spurs get De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. Was he on the Bulls or the Kings? McLaughlin. It doesn't really matter. But.
The Kings, I believe.
Okay, I just forgot where he was at. The Kings get Zach LaVine, Sadi Kisoko, 2025 Charlotte first round pick, which actually will not end up being it's got protections, lottery protected. When they get a lottery pick, it'll become 2 second round picks. So that's not even a first round pick. The San Antonio Spurs in 2027 will probably be outside the lottery by then. 2031 Minnesota first round pick, that could be a good one. And then the second round they got Chicago's 2025, Denver's 2028, and Sacramento's 2028. The Bulls got Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and their own 2025 pick back from the DeMar DeRozan trade. Joss mentioned to me before the show that there's a chance that the Bulls will have to move around some cap, so we'll see how that all ends up. But yeah, this is an interesting trade because the Spurs definitely won, and they definitely fleeced everybody else. But I'm interested to see what Zach LaVine on the Kings looks like. I have some hope reserved for that.
I am definitely not mad at the Kings because they definitely got good value back.
Yeah.
They got LaVine and 6 picks when it comes to the first and second round. But who's playing point guard there? Because that's concerning. McLaughlin was maybe your only choice, but they traded him too. So Devin Carter, I don't know.
Does Keon Ellis?
They moved Malik Monk to starting point guard.
Okay.
I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see a world. I don't know if he's the facilitator, but
Devin Carter would be the backup, and then Keon Ellis.
And then the Bulls getting Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and their own
they're NBA players.
2025 pick.
Yeah.
That's tough. I've never seen a team come out of a deal worse than this, besides Utah, in that Luka trade that they didn't even know about. But, the Bulls came out with Bull. That's what they came out with.
I mean, it's typical Bulls fashion right now with that organization, though. They've seemed so lost for years, and they keep just throwing stuff at the wall. And it hasn't been the same since D Rose. Obviously, they put a lot into there, and his injury set them back widely. But I mean, they haven't been relevant since then, right? Like, they're the bottom feeder, but they're never bad enough to get another number one pick again. So maybe this is to try to get them back down to the cellar. But you still got Kobe White. You still have the kid from Oklahoma State, or Oklahoma City. Sorry.
Josh Giddey.
Yeah, Giddey. You still have Vucevic. So you still have okay talent that I don't think you're the worst team in the East.
In their defense, they have been trying to get rid of that $45 million contract of Zach LaVine's. So to do that, you're going to have to take an ugly side of the trade. So I think on that aspect, mission accomplished for the Bulls. They're not trying to win anytime soon. But like you said, Cody White, Josh Giddey, all those guys. I think Trey Jones is actually a really good point guard. So I think he'll contribute.
I always get
some
confused
winning.
on which Jones is the good Jones.
They both are good Jones.
Yeah, they are.
But I thought the one was a little bit better, right?
Tyus has more experience.
Okay.
So I would say Tyus definitely right now is better, but Trey's still got a lot of time left to play. At the end of the day, I think everyone got what they wanted from this, and I'm really interested to see Zach LaVine back with his teammate DeMar DeRozan. Obviously, you said there's a point guard issue, but the Spurs, this is good. This is going to be looked back on as ushering a new era for San Antonio. And I think they will be playoff contenders. Not this year. Probably next year.
I was going to ask you guys because you guys are a lot smarter and know ball better than me when it comes to the NBA. They're currently 2 games out of the play-in game, 10 seed, with the Kings, and they got the Warriors in front of them who kind of sound like they're lost and they're trying to get another partner for Curry to the point they've called about every all-star in the league, and every team's like, no, only call us back if you're ready to trade Curry. So my question is, can the Spurs come back and steal that 10 spot to make the playoffs this year?
100%.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That talent, they realized they had a generational talent in Wemby. Not hard to realize. And they decided to go into win-now mode, and they did that with this move. And I'd be surprised if they weren't up close to 8th, more like it, than just sneaking in that 10th spot, honestly.
I'm going to say the 8th seed, they are 3 games back, and the 7th seed, they are 4 games back. So they're all within reach. And
yeah, 8 through 10 is just a Mod Podge, really.